I think we've already done a video on jailhouse lawyers and my thoughts on them, but we got part two. We had a case where the client comes in with like a list of stuff that he needs, and none of the things that the client needed made sense as far as what the case was, whether it was federal or state. It also did not make sense as far as what the allegations were. We burnt a substantial amount of time talking to the client, telling the client that these are not things that were in existence at all for his case, but this was a list that he got from someone who he trusted at the law library that said, you got to get these things from your lawyers. And now the client thinks we're like the biggest idiots ever when we're telling the client these things do not exist, and he has someone who he trusts and relies on who's also incarcerated with him, who works at a law library, telling him, no, these things are definitely a thing on your case. So be careful who you get guidance from. And sometimes the guidance is really good, and sometimes the guidance is like amazing and it makes my job easier. But your attorney's guidance needs to be overriding anything else that you're hearing inside the jail. That's why you hired your lawyer. If you have court-appointed counsel, that's why the court put the person on the CJA panel. That is why the person qualified to be a federal defender. They have the education, they have the background, they have the experience. So trust your lawyers more so than anyone else that you're incarcerated with, because you may not necessarily be getting correct legal guidance.